Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over the new rocket leaders and what Pokemon they are going to have, as well as going up against them using Pokemon with a combat power under 1500 CP or at that. So thanks to Mike. I'm going to go ahead and put a link down below for their Twitter so you can go ahead and check them out. Got these beautiful images here. So Cliff is going to have Machop. That could be shiny, obviously Shadow. And then you're going to have Crobat, Fungus, Pinsir, Aerodactyl, Camerupt, and Tyranitar. So towards the end, you're going to maybe want fighting and a little bit of water potentially, and fire in the middle as well. Taking a look at Sierra, it's not too difficult. Look, just Mega Evolve some Pokemon, folks. It's really Shiny Shadow, Sableye, and then Flygon, Honchkrow, Cacturne, Houndoom, Cradily, Let's Go, and Snorlax as well. So fighting for the back, yep, some fighting for the back, fighting for the middle, and fairy for the front, and you should be good to go. Again, just do some Mega Evolutions. You're going to be good to go to take these rocket leaders out. Taking a look at Arlo, folks, get that shiny Shadow Mawile. Get a Shadow Mawile, period. It's the time right about now. Looks like a team that I would pick that Arlo's using. I don't know. Is that supposed to be me or something? We got Staraptor, Charizard, Salamence, Scizor, Dragonite, and Gramble. A little bit of a mix-up there. And then for Giovanni, of course, Persian, Rhyperior, Steelix, and Nidoqueen, and then finally Mewtwo will always be at the end for now. And we are going to be battling it, and you're going to see the IVs that I did get. So going up against Arlo, look, I'm going to use 1500 and under combat power, and you can kind of make the judgment off of that. You know, they're really not too difficult. When they first came out, they're a little bit of a doozy, but now they're just kind of like, I can do it with my eyes closed now, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. Leading with my Shadow Mawile, yeah, better believe it. We have Gramble and Obstagoon. So what I'm going to suggest if you're trying to do these challenges is to feel it up first with just high combat power. That's what I did. I mean, I don't even really need to put a great team together. I can just kind of go in here, get to the last one without even really trying with maxed out Pokemon, see what they have, and then go in here with the appropriate Pokemon to take them out, right? So it's not like, oh, I just guessed. Look how good I am. I'm so good at guessing at this. No, it's not the way it goes. I go ahead and check out and see what they have first. So going up against the Flygon, that freaking Dragon Tail, what the heck? I guess we are 1500. So bringing in the Mawile, barely getting to the Iron Head. Yep, we do have Fairy Wind on this right now. I think we swap it to Fire Fang here in a bit. So we do swap out so they can't really farm us up, and we can start kind of manipulating everything. So if you're new to this, whenever you use a charge attack, whenever they use a charge attack, or whenever you swap, it freezes their Pokemon for a few seconds. And if you're trying to do these challenges, or if you're just having a little bit of a trouble in general, it's going to be best that you go with those kind of strategies in swapping out in the appropriate time, waiting for them to start attacking, like you saw me do that there. I didn't hit my charge move until they started attacking so we can get maximum farm. And you want kind of Pokemon that can spam moves. You don't want weak moves. Think of Swampert with Hydro Cannon and Earthquake. If I'm going up against a Steelix, I'm going to want to go with Hydro Cannon constantly because it's going to continuously stop them and freeze them up and give me the opportunity to farm up even more. Alright, so we're taking her out. Great, let's see if we're going to be able to get a shiny Shadow in this video, folks. And if you do enjoy these, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. It helps out the channel and it makes me happy. Alright, so we're getting no shiny. That's okay. That's the first one. Well, it's like the second one I've done. It's just the first time I recorded it. And it was just a breeze. A lot of times I have to go out here for like an hour and a half and the map's all messed up. Look at that, it's fun. And I'm just searching and searching, but this was smooth as butter. I found each one right after another. And then I turned on the Giovanni rocket thing and he popped up right away. All right, so going up against Arlo here with that Mawile, does have Ice Fang and still doing a dumb amount of damage because it is just so strong. Look at this. Again, we are very low combat power, so that is another reason why it's doing so much. All right, so let's go. Can we farm them down, or are they going to get to a charge move? Oh, we have 1 HP. So this little cast form here, Sunny, is going to be just kicking ass the whole time. Watch this. It's kind of funny. All right, so we're going to go farm up, not throw it right away, but be careful, right? You once you've done it enough, you kind of understand when you need to throw, when it's going to be ready to start attacking. So we have Bassett here, and we're just going to completely wall Staraptor. Even as a high combat power Shadow, I mean, obviously we're Rock and Steel, so massive resistance here. But even as a Shadow, this thing has no chance. It's so I love Staraptor. It's just, man, so squishy in this game. All right, so we have a Caesar in the back. All right, we're great. We've got all kinds of things to handle this. So I do kind of do it a little bit sloppy, not at this point yet. So we get to the flamethrower. They're getting to a charge move, which is going to freeze them up. Will that allow me to... Oh, wait, we have no more shields. Never mind. Okay. Bring it in the Mawile. We could have just went with the cast form and went with the Weather Ball, and that would have been a wrap. But I wanted Mawile to get a little bit of action here. So bringing in the cast form with literally 1 HP and we're taking that win. Talk about perfect timing. Let's freaking go. All right, now we're going to get a Shiny Shadow Mawile. I have been hunting for those, and I'm not driving around. The balloons will come around, and if it's an Arlo and I get a Shiny Shadow, great. Otherwise, it's just not that time of anymore to just sit there and drive around endlessly. I don't know where some of these people get this money, man. It's crazy. All right, so good IVs. Okay. All right, on to Cliff. Let's see what he's going to have lined up for us here. So we're going to go ahead and go with Scrafty, Cresselia, and Umbreon. So this one took me a minute. It was very difficult. I wouldn't say very difficult because this is literally my first try. So, well, second technically because I went in there to see what he has, and now I'm going in here with the low combat power. So, yeah, the reason why it was a little tricky is because of the Machop and the types that I have to pick, and the alignment and the way it has to work with the moves that we have. So I had to swap out Moonblast on the Cresselia for Future Sight because of what they do have in their second slot, which is going to be Crobat with Bite. So I was really trying to find a good match for that, and it was a little bit difficult. So here we go. Cresselia, a very tanky Pokemon and resisting the fighting, so we're going to be able to potentially farm them down here. Let's go, baby. That's perfect. So we're going to farm up. We do cap at 100. Otherwise, I would have farmed more, and we're a little low, and it has Bite. It's going to take us out immediately here. And we're going to go ahead and swap where we weren't going to get to another Future Sight before they took us out. Bringing in the Umbreon, and we do have that Cresselia lying in wait in the back. Pro tip, do not go for last resort up against a Crobat. I was thinking, is that Psychic? Now, if your Umbreon has Psychic, go for it. I just don't have one in the Great League. At least not powered up, and I didn't care to make one, so we don't really need it. Although it would make this easier for you if you did have Psychic and Foul Play. All right, anyways, we're going to not take them out. I kind of stopped tapping because I wanted to farm up a little bit with the Cresselia here because they do have a Tyranitar in the back. Farming them down with Psycho Cut, and let's see if we can get to 2 Grass Knots here. Now, we do have, that Scrafty in the back. This is going to be very close. I did not know what quick move the Tyranitar had because I just saw it and backed out. So it is going to have, is that an Iron Tail? So that's doing a lot of damage. I thought hopefully maybe Bite or Smackdown, something that we resist, but no, we definitely don't freaking resist that. So it's doing a lot, and I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Come on. All right, and we're taking that win there with the Scrafty barely holding on. We still had that Cresselia with a little bit of health, but it wasn't going to really do much for us there. All right, do we get the Shiny Shadow from Cliff? And we do not. Shiny Shadow Machop. Good luck getting it. All right, this came right away. I was literally sitting at the same spot that I just did Cliff. You can see that Pokestop. So I felt it up. You don't need to see what's in the back because it's always Mewtwo. So we're going to go ahead and try this out. First try here. Let's get it. So we're starting off with a Swampert. Probably should have started it off with the Umbreon so we take less damage from the quick move really quick there, but it doesn't really matter. So they are going to be using both shields, obviously. And you're going to have to just get those down. So Lucario is going to be one of your best bets to go up against the Persian here. This is a freaking 1500 CP, less than that combat power Lucario, and look what it's doing. So if you have a max out one, I mean, you can do this with your eyes closed, especially if you're vamped up against the Steelix here. So we're able to do a decent amount of damage. Now, having Earthquake is cute and all, but it's not what you're going to want to go for, even if you have it. I have Sludge Wave currently, but just keep going Hydro Cannon. Unless you have like a maxed out Swampert, their shields are down. I guess you can go Earthquake, it doesn't really matter. But I'm trying to show you the strategy on how to do it with low combat power here. So they do have Thunder Fang. And they're going to be hitting me with a Psychic Fangs now. And we're going to farm up a little bit extra there, not taking too much time. We don't want to get hit by another one of those, even though it's resisted. And the Mewtwo is going to be in the back here. Now, can we get to 2 Hydro Cannons? Farming up a little bit of extra energy when they do throw it in, because remember, they don't attack right away. As you can see here, they're still, and they got it 1 Psycho Cut or maybe 2 there, and going for another Hydro Cannon, swapping into the Umbreon, which is another low combat power Pokemon here for the Great League, and it's going to be taking on this massive combat power Mewtwo here. This is freaking incredible. So let's see what's the combat power? Holy shizer. What in the hell was that? I didn't even pay attention to that. So they have Flamethrower. That's going to take us out. That is, oh my goodness, 19,000? Okay, Umbreon, get it. No, Mewtwo's going down here. This is going to be a wrap. So there you have it, folks. We are taking out all of the rocket leaders, as well as Giovanni, with under 1500 CP combat power Pokemon, and it was great. Had a good old time. No shiny shadows, but let's see what the Mewtwo IVs are. It's not over yet. Let's see what we have going on here. So we got to catch this thing here. And I'm going to go ahead and hit an excellent throw. Why not? Let's go ahead and get fancy. I had music playing. I was feeling all, you know, cool. So let's go. Okay. And it's a 14, 14, which is good. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the cat. This is the best.